this is Dream from Where the Yokels Grow, and in this video we are going to do an update on all the seeds that we started in January and early February. We're going to discuss our disappointments, our successes, and our struggles already in this new growing season of 2022. If you all are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, I'm so glad to see you again. Let's get growing, y'all. Okay, y'all, as you can see, we made it back into the house, and let's talk about that first, because that's going to be my first disappointment I'm going to discuss. As you can see, a great majority of our seedlings are sitting inside the house because our new big greenhouse, at first, we couldn't get it to stay warm enough inside, and then once we got it to stay warm enough inside, the outlet that we had our extension cord plugged into kept kicking because we had the heaters going and the lights and the heat mats inside the greenhouse. So to keep them safe from all this winter weather that kind of came in for the last 48 hours, almost 72 hours now, we brought them inside. So my biggest disappointment with that greenhouse is it's not been, as for as much as it cost, it hasn't been a very successful system for us in growing. So let's talk about the plants and what has went well and what has not went well. What has definitely went well is all the tomatoes and the peppers. They always grow really well for me. One of the things that I talked about in a previous video when we talked about the container challenge was sometimes you have hit and misses with seeds. And just because they come from a big, a well-known seed company, it doesn't guarantee germination, and that's what's happened for me, and that's been on my jade green beans, my Blue Lake green beans, and my Kentucky Wonder beans. None of them have bloomed. Yet the Dollar Tree beans, the contenders, and the yellow wax beans, they are huge, which I will show you in the video here in just a little while so you can see what they look like. So why don't we go over the seedlings and show you the successes. Are the first set of tomatoes that I planted in January. They were planted on, well, they were transplanted on 2/15. I believe they were planted from seed on 1/9. So they got transplanted pretty quick because they grew really fast. And these are the Ace 55s, and that's these bigger ones in the solo cup. These are the Ace 55s and the San Marzano tomatoes that I planted. These are all the plants that I started in February on 2/8, and these are our melons and our watermelons and our cucumbers, our cantaloupe melons, and all of these are part of the container challenge, and all of them are doing real well. We've had a couple of them that didn't germinate, and my cats loved to eat soil, and so they've been eating the soil out of these, and it's been a real challenge having all these inside. These are another set of tomatoes. These are also part of the container challenge, and they are Micro Toms, Orange Hat Micros, Lemon Boys, and red containers. They're also large cherry. Now these ones right here that you see in my hand, I actually grew those last year and saved seeds, and they have sprouted. So it's been a success. And then we got some serranos in there. These are basil and eggplant. And again, you see that hole? Probably could see it better if I lift it up. Really give you a side angle. I have a cat who is eating, so that has been a struggle. That has been a huge struggle in having these in the house because he's gotten through a lot of them. And then over here on this one, the ones you see in the back, those are my cucumbers for my house. And like I said, here, look. Those are Blue Lake bush beans. They were planted on 2/10. They were for the container challenge, and they've not bloomed. And then we've got a lot of flowers up here that I planted that are doing pretty good. Here's some green beans that were the cheap green beans from the Dollar Tree, and as you can see, they're pretty big. More flowers. These are all the peppers. Like I said, the peppers always do good for me. And then a big basket of herbs and a whole nother slew of tomatoes. And these beauties, who had to be transplanted already, you can see, let me get in here and show you. Look at that, how big it is. That is the dragon tongue bean. This is a yellow wax bean for the container, or contender bean for the container challenge. And you can see how big it is. These are nasturtiums, and they're doing really well. Okay, y'all, we're gonna head out into the brisk cold air. I think it's a chilling 27 degrees here today. We're gonna head out to this small greenhouse. Now this greenhouse has been, you know, why is it when the cheap things are more phenomenal than the expensive things? Have y'all ever experienced that? Anyways, this greenhouse is the one that has as much as I can shove into it. When I open it up, it's not gonna be a great demonstration because, like I said, it is 27 degrees and I do not want the heat in this greenhouse to, you know, go down because I have plants in there. Okay, y'all, here we go. We're going in. Now, this is a tiny little greenhouse. There's not a lot of space in here. Here we go, boy, it's hot. And I got some plants that need some water. So first, let's talk about our disappointments. So, this is my sweet potato experiment. Now, I've never grown sweet potatoes. I've watched all these videos. I watched the guy from the Rusted Gardener, and he seems to know what he's doing with these sweet potatoes, and I followed all his instructions on how to do it, and so far I have no sprouts, and I can tell you that that soil has stayed very warm, and I know it has because it's either on a heat pad or it's in this hot greenhouse. So if you have any suggestions about sweet potatoes, if you've grown them, please leave it down in the comments. Let me know. Let's talk about some of the successes in the greenhouse. The first one being, y'all, I grew flowers. I'm so excited. I grew flowers. Look at my zinnias. Look at those. I have zinnias and milkweed. And look, a whole nother tray of zinnias I grew from seed. I've never grown flowers from seed. Well, I shouldn't say never. I have grown marigolds and borage. I'm not sure. Everybody says it different. But I have grown those kind of things from seed and had great success. But this was my first time to do zinnias and milkweed from seed in a container. Now, I've thrown milkweed into my garden and it has grown and it's done fairly well. But this is my other experiment. I don't see any sprouts. Again, that's ginger, so we'll just have to see how it goes. And then the tomatoes. Oh my gosh, I have so many tomatoes. For you all who live in apartments or you have small spaces, you see this little beautiful little tiny guy right here? This is called a Tiny Tim. It is a hybrid. But if you have a small space and you love fresh tomatoes, these little guys are the ones you want to go after. They do really good. And then, of course, y'all, my favorite tomato is a Sweet 100 hybrid. And I don't know if you can see just how many of them are planted back there, but I absolutely love them. You see these orange chef tomatoes? I grew those from last year too and saved the seeds, and well, looky there. They're growing pretty darn good. Over here is a variety of herbs, but we have cilantro and artichoke as well. And then looky guys, this was my second batch of strawberries and they are doing excellent. Oh my gosh, I just found another tray of zinnias. Look y'all. This is what happens when you don't go in your greenhouse for a while. Down there is another round of strawberries. And if you look right here, sorry for moving the camera so fast. You see that? Let's see if I can get it to focus in on it. Y'all, that's a baby strawberry right there in my greenhouse. And then, remember the towers we planted? There they are. And they're doing really good. And down yonder, down yonder, there's some more. Here's some lettuces I gotta get planted in my containers. And I've got some raspberries. That's part of some of the upcoming videos. It's me planting raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries, y'all. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna back on out of here and zip this up. So I don't want my heat to disappear. So as you can see, I'm going to take you back here to this big... We're getting ready to replace this whole fence. Sorry, I'm going to back up for a minute. I'm hoping my husband will allow me to shoot the video of him fixing the fence, but I don't know. So I don't know if you can see it. I have to go down the side of the pool. I don't know if you guys can see. It's pretty big. But this thing has been, you can see where it's coming out right here. And I don't know if you can see the bags in there, but we have bags and cement blocks, everything. And it has just been a total nightmare. I don't know if you all can see it where it's coming off. It's not very, you see, it doesn't give you a lot to put under. It just, you know, it was a huge disappointment. A real big disappointment. Okay, y'all, we're gonna head back into the house because it is cold out here. Cold, cold, cold. Oh, isn't that a beautiful sight? Look at that. Oh, that beautiful, lovely. It's cold out here, y'all. I forgot to put that bag in front of that little greenhouse and I had to come back outside. Hey, if y'all found value in this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button because new videos come out very often and I would hate for you to miss anything. And y'all, don't forget to leave me comments down in the comment section. You know I like answering your questions and I truly love discussing things with you. If any of you have any helpful advice with that big greenhouse, boy, I'll take it. Until I see you all in the next video, take care, you all, and keep growing.